Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the tavern. I'm Spencer,
And I'm Eli.
and this is Bardic Blunders. And happy Valentine's Day, everyone, or
Yeah,
for us,
no.
happy Singles Awareness Day. Um, as you can see, I decorated the tavern with some lovely Valentine's Day themed balloons. And then, if you go ahead and take a
So
gander
dumb.
at the bottom of the topic board, you'll see our pain. But anyways, who needs to talk about
Why?
women when you can talk about video games? Eli here watched the first two episodes of the new
I
Halo
no no
season.
no 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 no. Stop. Why did you hang balloons in our tavern?
Because
Like,
I had to theme it.
I had no clue about this.
No, you
But
didn't.
you could have just put like a thing of roses somewhere, but no, you have to hang up all these heart balloons.
What's up, cheese?
Yeah. God.
I knew you loved
I hate you so
the
much.
decorations.
I want to burn down this tavern. Actually, I haven't even really looked at the tavern in the background. Is there anything like you've hidden in here that I should know about?
No, I would love to. Can I please remove the balloons?
Thank you, Cheese.
Yeah.
Thank you. Everyone at work was trying to be my Valentine. I should be very worried.
Who needs a Valentine when you got the boys and video games
Anyway.
and alcohol? So,
So, the Halo Season 2 started last week or the week before. I don't remember. I think it comes out on Fridays, so probably 2 weeks ago. But I want to be honest with you. The first two episodes were really dark. Like, dark. Like, reading some of the actual Halo lore dark.
okay.
Uh,
So, do you want to go into spoilers at all? Well, I'll ask that just to preface. So, if anybody wants to watch it, they can.
Um, there isn't really much I didn't really want to talk about. I can talk about the first season, which, let's be honest, it just sucked. That
Still not
spoiler,
watched it.
don't watch it.
I never did. I was like, oh, a Halo TV show, that's gonna be bad, and everybody watched it and they're like, it's bad. I'm like, wow, really? Who would have guessed?
The hardest part for me is it's just not great. Like, even the season 2, like the first two episodes are like, oh, this is interesting, but I'm still like, we're still not good. Though they did start to like tie up all, you could see like a very different approach to writing. Like, oh yeah, all that stuff that sucked, we're trying to write all of it out, but we can't just kind of get rid of it, you know?
Right.
So they're like, ah, yeah, this person's got arrested, and this person's doing this, and oh man, you hated this character? Good to know that we killed him off, episode 1. But
I listened to Mint Blitz's video because he talked about it. And I got to be honest, I've already forgotten everything that happened in the two episodes. But I do remember him saying that it was okay. I don't think this is really a spoiler. It shows the Covenant glassing the planet.
dude, that I saw that and was like, oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that's the only actually because I just listened to most of it until he was Mint Blitz was describing the planet being glassed and how like the ground was just turning into molten liquid as the
Yeah,
beam ran through. I watched that, was like, oh wow, they didn't hold back on that one.
Oh, no, not at all. And I'm gonna spoil. I will spoil something. Um, it's not the Arbiter. I'm gonna say that right now. It's not the Arbiter. He's not around yet. He's coming, just not yet.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah, that's not the Arbiter. We
It's not the same
probably
Arbiter, right?
no, 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 no. So the last Arbiter before Thal Maldula, which is our current Arbiter, is the Arbiter from the Halo Wars games.
The one that the what's his name? Sergeant
Sergeant Forge
kills?
kills.
Forge,
Yep.
yes.
Yes. That was the last one beforehand. So we will probably get to meet the Arbiter. We will probably get to meet him as a shipmaster because they do like showing that. And say the least, I will say this. I was expecting a few changes, if that makes sense, from like video game to TV show.
Well, that's the thing. Like we've talked about all these different adaptations that we've had where you've got the bad ones that have been like the Cowboy Bebop Netflix, the what seems the Avatar
I
one is
really
going
enjoyed
towards.
that one.
I know you enjoyed it, but anybody who has a brain hated it.
Yeah.
But the
Fair.
first season of the Halo show did it. There's been a lot of really bad adaptations from anime and video games specifically. But
I think it's because of nostalgia, if that makes sense.
I think so, but it's also they make the mistake of like I don't want you to just copy what they did in the show and make it live action. That's not going to be interesting. It's going to be better to just watch the show again. But I also don't want you to change it so much that it's completely unrecognizable.
Yeah.
So it's a
you're
very
talking about Avatar
difficult
there.
thing to slot in. Well, I mean,
What?
any
So
adaptation.
Here's the thing: if they would have taken
What's up,
Halo
Alex?
Season 1, which was, hey Alex, if they had taken Halo Season 1 and been like, the Pillar of Autumn comes out of Jump, and it's being torn to shreds, and you have Captain Keyes go, "We need to wake him" to Cortana, and just gone through the entirety of Halo CE, I don't think any single person would have had a problem with that.
No.
Yeah, you would probably have to have Master Chief say more, but still, I think that would have been an amazing TV show.
Well, and see, when it comes to a video game, I do think it's a little bit easier for it to kind of do what they did in the game, but on a show. Because, you know, with anime, it works a little bit different. Like, you don't want to just see the exact same thing that happens in the anime happen in live action, because they're able to be more creative with the animation because they're not limited by real life. So,
Yeah.
but with the video game, it's like, well, I'll give you a great example. First, Cheese, the topics are Eli's Halo Season 2 rant, the science behind video game music, Happy Singles Awareness Day, We Are Forever Alone. But great example, Persona 5 exploded in 2017. People loved Persona 5. It was a craze. I think it got votes for Game of the Year. Did it win Game of the Year? I can't remember. But so what they did was they went, okay, well, there's people who are going to want to watch this story that don't play games. So they made an anime. So you can watch it as an anime. But then they also went, oh, well, not everybody's going to want to watch an anime. So they made a manga. And it's the exact same story told the same way. Well,
All three times.
All three times, yes. The difference being, obviously, the video game is structured like a video game, the anime is structured like an anime, and the manga is structured like a manga. And that works so well because it lets multiple groups of people, like, if you don't play video games, you're not going to play Persona 5, but you might watch the anime or read it. So it lets more people absorb the story. That's what I think Halo Season 1 should have done, is just Halo CE. Then how many people don't play video games would have been like, oh, this is pretty cool. And they get the story of Halo 1, you know.
Just imagine the episode that starts with him going to that swamp
Oh my gosh.
and finds the flood. That would have like broken the internet.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's the problem with season 1 of Halo. And not to mention they also did the whole talking about being faithful to it while not just copying. Even if they didn't do that, the fact that they had him without his helmet on 90% of the time the show was running is what made a lot of people hate the show. Like,
Yeah, it's the same problem with season 2. He does not have his helmet on a lot, but there is something that made me go, okay, I'm probably going to finish watching the show for one character. And it is not Master Chief.
okay. Who's that?
It is a character that you don't know about, but is in books. It is the guy who took over for Dr. Halsey.
Okay.
He's the guy who did the Spartan 3s.
Oh, no, see, okay, I do think I know who you're talking about. I don't remember
But
his
he
name.
is so super unmentioned in any of the games and any of that stuff. But he was a vital part of like, hey, Spartan 3s are here. And they brought him in as like a pseudo antagonist. And I was like, this is awesome. And then okay, he's not a scientist in the show, he's an Oni operative, which makes him even more terrifying. Because if
Okay.
you don't know, Oni is basically like the gazpacho.
G-
I messed
Gazpacho?
up the word. I messed up the word.
Gestapo? It's
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the cold soups running around Germany taking in Jews. Oh.
Add that to
Cheese,
the list of
Master Chief.
Eliisms. Oh my gosh, add that to the list of Eliisms. Oh man.
Yeah. But no, they're basically like the hidden organization. They're the CIA of Halo. And that's so when they talk about Noble Six in this in Halo Reach, and they're like, yeah, we read all the stuff that even Oni didn't want us to read. Noble Six was an Oni operative. And he was like scary. Cheese, the only way Noble Six would win is if he caught Chief off guard, and that's about it.
I think we
That's
had this conversation on a prior podcast because both of them were
Yeah.
declared hyper lethal. In a straight up fight, Chief is just plain stronger, like hand to
and
hand,
faster,
faster
and better
yeah.
armor.
He
He is everything.
enhanced. Noble Six is a slightly enhanced, not nearly as much as Master Chief, though he is more enhanced than the average person. But he is just like such a master at what he does that's why he got declared hyper lethal.
Yeah, he was also extremely dangerous because he was a assassin. It's the old saying. I don't know who said it. Man, one blade in the dark is more effective than 1,000 blades on a field or 1,000,000 blades on a field. I think Genghis Khan said it.
Might be. But Noble Six was also like a leader. Like he led a resistance against the Covenant.
Yes.
Which that would be an interesting way to compare it. I'm trying to think of like Master Chief.
Also, I found out something that scared me. Do you know how many Spartan 2s the Covenant killed?
How many?
26.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how many insurrectionists killed?
No.
More than 26.
Okay.
So, technically, humans are more dangerous to Spartans than the Covenant were.
All right.
Actually, to be honest with you, I really think Jerome will also be declared hyper lethal, but that's
Was he the super tall
you
one?
no.
That was Kurt.
Kurt was okay, I did my research. Kurt was tall, but that was after, so that's in their 20s. He was always considered the tallest and the biggest Spartan. He was built like a bear.
Right.
Samuel was considered the tallest Spartan, but it was basically like he was 14 when he died, so he was just a tall 14-year-old.
Yeah, because Kurt, like Master Chief's 7'2". Kurt is like
Yes.
8 foot,
Yeah.
and then George
But
is
Kurt
like
was
7'4".
Yeah. Chief was actually on the shorter side of most of the Spartans.
Right.
He was considered small, but he was also had the one thing that no one else had, and that was luck. But this leads me into a topic. Another thing that we didn't put on here because I knew you wouldn't want to talk about it, but the Warhammer series, and I am waiting for, because I keep seeing the memes of, oh man, they're gonna kill Warhammer like they killed Halo. And I'm like, no, they won't. It's really hard to do that.
Well, that's the thing. Warhammer gatekeeps their stuff so hard because they've seen what's happened to other properties when they let in outside people. They're just like, people come in and start trying to change things, and they're like, I swear, Warhammer fans defend their property like a freaking grizzly bear defends her babies, like her cubs. it's
It's actually really funny because that community, if you're in that community, they don't care who you are. Like, be whatever you want to be. They're like, cool, we're just here to play Warhammer. And then as soon as somebody's like, Space Marines are just space Nazis, everyone in the community's like, screw you. And even if they agree with them, they're like, no, you're wrong. You're not one of us. Honestly, I think that I I really want Henry Cavill to play the Emperor
he's
of
gonna have a
mankind.
major role.
If he plays the Emperor, it'll be so perfect. Hold on. Let I'll send you a photo. Uh,
Isn't the Emperor the one in the solid gold armor? Well, I don't know if it's solid gold, but it's golden armor
images.
with the like halo.
Yes,
Get it?
but
Halo?
huh,
Like
uh,
the TV show?
copy image. I'm bad at technology. Control V. There, I sent it to you.
Oh boy.
Henry Cavill. Just put Henry Cavill's face there.
Yeah, okay, I've seen that guy before.
Yeah. I think he would be the perfect emperor. And you could it would be, I'm not going to get into that because how I want to see it done is very different than how they're probably going to do it.
Yes. You can also you can go on some long diatribes about Warhammer.
Yeah.
We need to get Alex back on a podcast
So we can debate Warhammer.
Yeah. While I
So
sit
you
here
can sit-
scrolling through the Warhammer wiki confused.
Dude, I just finished one of the books and oh wow, that book hit me in the feels.
Oh, you had asked me to pull up a comparison
Yes.
of.
Yes, please. I want to put this on the stream.
Okay, yeah. Let me open up that image in its own tab.
Okay, good. Oh.
So it's there we go.
Look at the difference.
Dude, honestly, the Forward Unto Dawn one is so much better.
Right?
It
You want to know what's even
like
cooler?
I can't tell that this isn't a photo from the game, from one of the games.
It would be like a hyper detailed photo, basically.
Right.
Like if, but do you know who's in that armor?
Steve Downs.
Yep.
Yeah,
He
dude.
played Master Chief in that, and everybody was like, "Oh man, you." They're like, "You shouldn't be playing Master Chief," and he was like, "I may be old, but I'm still gonna do it."
See, well, and what's funny with this is this looks like the old Master Chief, but this was made to coincide with Halo 4, right? Where they way he
Yes,
looks more
but
like
it's
this.
yeah, they did old school because this is Master Chief when he's 14 years old, by the way.
Oh, okay. He's got a
Yep.
dang deep voice for a 14-year-old.
Everyone's been saying that lately.
How old is
But
so
no,
okay, how old is Master Chief in Halo 1?
hold on a second.
Oh, did I stump Eli with a Halo question?
Uh because that's a good question because does Master Chief age while he's frozen in cryosleep?
I don't know.
Because he is technically 49 years old at the end of Halo Infinite. However, if you include cryosleep, he's only 42 years old. Um, in Halo C, he would have been 3 years younger, so 40. Um, actually, wait.
See, the thing I
That's the
found said
weird
he's
thing.
age 41.
Yeah, he'd been 41, and so now he would be in his 50s.
Okay.
But that's if you don't include cryosleep. But this brings up something that's that irks me because Steve Downs is eventually going to pass away. I love the man. He's an amazing voice actor for Master Chief, but he's eventually going to go.
Yes.
And it's not like the old days of Halo where Master Chief didn't say much. They have him talking a lot more. So I have a feeling they eventually they're going to have to replace Master Chief. I've brought this up to you in conversation multiple times.
Right.
But they're going to have to replace Master Chief. And I don't know who they do it with. Because
It's a good
they
question. They could have
they
used
have not given.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna steal you what you say normally. They could have used the rookie.
Yep. Oh, the rookie would have been so good. And then they had to kill him in a book.
Or maybe I can try out for the role of Master Chief. I'm just kidding. I couldn't. No one could follow up Steve Downs' performance.
No, not at all. And that's the
I
scary part is he
I'd
was
be
so good.
I'd be like the dollar bin knockoff Master Chief.
Yeah. I
I'm the
It's
Master
gonna be a
Chief
sad
you get
day.
at Harbor Freight.
Not the Ace Hardware one.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
But no. That Master Chief and Forward Unto Dawn was perfect. I up and down. That movie was a perfect movie to me. It was so good in showing how terrifying it was to be a human during that wartime.
You wanna hear something that might irk some people?
Go ahead.
That was the first piece of Halo media I ever consumed. I watched the Forward Unto Dawn movie before playing any of the games.
Had you seen Red versus Blue by that point?
Yes.
So technically, Red versus Blue was
Technically,
the
yes. I guess Red versus Blue was the first. But if we're talking about official Halo uh media, Forward Unto Dawn was the first one. But I wasn't like actively watching Red versus Blue. The thing was,
yeah.
there was
You had seen
on the bus ride to and from school, the kid I sat next to in middle school in like 7th grade would show me Red versus Blue. Um,
yeah.
but I hadn't started solidly watching it yet. It was just one of those where it's like, oh, that's funny. Uh,
Yeah. But that was such a good movie. I absolutely enjoyed that. And you learn a lot about Thomas Lasky.
right. Um, Now, another incredible aspect. I don't remember if it was in the uh, the Halo movie, how the music was in the Halo movie, but I did hear Mint Blitz said they used some of the actual like the official Halo 2 theme in the
Yes,
season
they
2,
did.
uh,
Yes. Um,
which kind of rolls us. I'll get this Master Chief comparison off the screen
um,
now.
by the way, when it played, it sent shivers down my spine. I was like almost in sweats. I was like, you can't put that music on this scene and expect me not to feel something.
That's funny. Um, but speaking on music, this is a topic I've wanted to hit for a while, and I just didn't know how to talk about it because I love music. Music is so heavily integrated in what I do. I listen to music every day, whether it's just driving or when I'm at work, I'll listen to music, or sometimes I'll just be sitting here doing nothing and I'll be listening to music while I'm doing it. But I love video game music in particular as well. And I have been on numerous occasions been called autistic for having a video game music playlist, uh, which I'm
Um,
not denying those allegations. They're absolutely true.
I need to go to my Spotify really quick and delete some things.
But there is something very distinct about video game music that no other kind of music captures. It and it's always been hard for me to describe, which is why we haven't hit on this topic yet. But it has a certain driving force behind it that like I can listen to video game music, and for most video game music, we're not going to count like Persona 5, which their soundtrack actually just sounds like a band, which don't get me wrong, I still love Persona 5 soundtrack, but I'm talking video game music with no lyrics. Um
Yeah.
it like for being somebody with ADD, like it's very hard for me to focus on something. Video game music locks me in immediately to whatever I'm doing. Um like nothing else can. So some people may know about this, but there's an actual science to it where it's not just like a placebo. The way video game music is designed actually has been proven to help people focus better.
Do you know why
Um,
that is?
I remember reading about it, and I actually did pull up an article. It's consistent. It's consistent. It's
It's made
usually
to trap your brain so you play more of the game.
right, but it's also typically it's not like distracting.
Yeah.
Like even if like typically you don't notice the music. I mean, obviously you hear the music and you can go, oh, this music is pretty good. This is I enjoy, but it's not like you're actively sitting there like you would with say ACDC or something like that, and kind of having to pay attention to the song a little bit. It's there in the background, and sometimes you don't even know that there's music playing until it's gone. and then you're like, oh,
Yep.
wait a minute, there was music there.
Or it changes.
Or it changes. Yeah, oh my gosh, the picking up the change in music, especially horror games for music change, like horror games do it so well because
I don't know if you realized this while playing through your Halo campaigns when you went through. Hunters have their own music that does not change between any game.
yes. Now, okay,
And it always plays.
I didn't notice it when I was playing it, but I did see that after I've played them. And then I still forget to notice. Dude, I can't tell you. See, this is a prime example of it. I have beaten Dark Souls 3 5 different times. With multiple different characters. I did it soul level 1. I did like all these different times. I have gone through and listened to the soundtrack of the Dark Souls games, and there are some of the boss themes that I legitimately don't recognize because I'm too busy fighting the boss. And I'm like, oh man, this is freaking awesome. Which boss is... Oh, wait, I've fought this boss like 15 times. How do I not know what his theme sounds like? It doesn't...
Lady Maria's theme, go.
I have it on my phone. See, yeah, that's the exact... See, now, there are certain ones like Hollow Knight, which, again, music still ends up in the background, but also because I'm not quite under constant duress like in Dark Souls, there are some of the themes that I can sit there and appreciate as they're playing, particularly Nightmare King Grim, which is just a pristine gaming theme.
I really like the orchestral stuff, like in Halo, all the orchestra that they got going in it is so entrancing.
Dude, I did legs today at the gym this morning, and I was like, I have a workout playlist that it's specifically songs I've picked out for working out because they're higher paced, you know, they're driving songs, they motivate.
Mine is the Doom soundtrack.
See, the Doom soundtrack is great, but I have to have different songs. Like, throw in some rap, throw in some rock, you know, like mix things up so I'm not just listening to the same thing over and over again. I was getting ready to break my 1 rep max for leg press, and I was sitting there like, this is terrifying. This is like, I'm legitimately afraid to try and push this weight up. And the song I was listening to ends and Covenant Dance comes on. And I was just like,
yeah.
All of a sudden I feel a lot more motivated, like I can hit this. And I absolutely crushed it with Covenant Dance going. I'm like, man, maybe I should just listen to video game music while I'm working out, because I don't want to brag, so I don't want to say what I hit, but I blew my old 1 rep max out of the water. And it felt really good. But
so, you know how much I weigh? You know how much I weigh?
Yeah.
Just give me how many Elis you picked up.
Well, actually, I don't know. Are you still 150?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made him do math.
Yeah,
the stream is ours. We'll measure everything in Elis.
A little more than 4 Elis. It was
okay.
Let's see. 630.
Okay. So 2 Alexes.
Yes.
My big bear of a man. Where's my Valentine's Day kiss?
Jeez. Calm down. But yeah, absolutely. And I'm sitting there like, I'm like, okay, I feel like I can hit it, but I'm worried. Like, what if I can't? I don't have anybody here to spot me. I mean, it's a leg press, so it's not the worst machine or the worst workout that you can fail on. But I was still like, I'm nervous, and Covenant Dance come on, and I'm like, Not so nervous anymore. Let's get it.
I there are so many songs from the let me pull up my Spotify. I don't know if I installed it here, but I can't spell.
It's a weird, like, it's for some reason most video game music is so motivating, and I don't
Yeah.
like. It makes sense as to why, but it's also, if you're not someone who knows about the way video game music can work, you sound insane. Like, I anyone, if you're struggling to work out, like, pick music from your favorite video games. That's obviously, don't pick like Animal Crossing music or something like that. But
Unless you're running. I will say like
if you're running, a music with good pace, just
yeah.
steady. And it's actually good to mix up a running playlist with songs that vary in speed. So you slow down sometimes, you speed up, it varies your workout.
Um what's the Doom song? The like
Rip and Tear.
yeah, that came on while I was running back when I was working out all the time. It's been a while. Anyway, when I was running all the time, that came on and I just was like, well, I guess I'm not jogging my 4 miles today. I'm just sprinting them.
Dude, I did the same thing. I was jogging on the treadmill, and then I hear do 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 rolling around at the speed of sound. I'm like, all right, crank it all the way up, fastest speed. We're sprinting.
Man.
Like, I gotta keep up with Sonic.
You know what's really funny about that? I got so angry because I finally got copyrighted on one of my streams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for a 10-second blurb, and it's me going, "Oh no, no, no!" and saying a few other things afterwards. Apparently, that's lyrics to a song that came out in the 60s.
Wait, it picked you up for that? That's
Yeah.
actually kind of surprising. What's up, Shadow City? Because
Ayo.
I've gotten some content, not content ID claims. That's much worse. I've gotten copyright on just about every single one of my Halo streams.
Really?
Yes. Which it pisses me off, because I'm like, why is video game music copyrighted? Why? I got copyright on one of my Persona 3 streams. I'm like, why am I getting copyright struck for music that's playing in a video game? It's part of the game. What am I supposed to do? Like, Watch Dogs, you know what? That's fair game. Watch Dogs was actual copyrighted music, which I didn't realize at the time.
Yeah.
But it was like an not Ace of Spades, Motorhead. Motorhead or Judas Priest, one of those. It was one of them. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. That is completely fair. It's why they turn off the radio whenever they're playing in GTA, when people are streaming that. But like Halo music,
Yeah.
I was just like, why?
Yeah, man. I don't know because I didn't get any for Halo CE.
Oh wow, actually going back, I have a content ID claim. Oh. Oh, so when I was calling the Bucks games, one of them I forgot to mute the broadcast.
Commentators?
Yeah, but it wasn't the broadcast, it was when they played Seven Nation Army in the stadium. And the
Okay,
TV
that's pretty
broadcast
good.
picked it up. I should probably delete that.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah, we'll get rid of that. I don't think I'm missing anything from that. See, okay, but this is the confusing thing. So both of my Halo 4 streams got copyrighted. Two of my Halo 2 ones got copyrighted. Reach is fine. Reach did not get any copyright. Uh let's see. When I played Battlefront 2, that got copyright, but that's Star Wars.
That's Disney.
ODST was fine. None of the Dark Souls games have had an issue. Yep. Second Halo 2 stream, I got a copyright. Where's my Halo 3?
So it was also really funny. When I was streaming my world building stream, I was trying to be able to listen to music in my ear while I talked. But my microphone kept picking it up, so I was just like, I guess I'm not listening to music.
I need to find a library, not royalty free, because you can still get copyrighted for royalty free music.
Lovely.
Yeah. Well, I learned that from my coding stream. But it has to be in the public domain for you to not be able to be copyrighted, because even though it's royalty free, somebody still owns it, so you can still get copyright claimed for using it.
Hey, you know what isn't though? Any military cadence song?
Yep.
Which means
yeah, welcome to YouTube where you played a few seconds of music. Death by Firing Squad. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It certainly feels that way.
How hard would it be for us to build a streaming service?
On Earth are you difficult, very difficult. You have to be able to pay people. You need so much money.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, that. So okay, apparently my I did the NHL tournaments where I did the alumni teams.
Yeah.
Apparently, a few seconds of Baptism of Fire by Gregory Wei Ji-tan played. I don't even know what that is. Gosh, dang it. Oh, hey, one of my Dark Souls streams got copyrighted for music in the game. It's part of the game. I hate it. It's so infuriating. Like, I don't want to mute. And see, this will piggyback off of our video game music conversation. I love video game music, and I don't want to have to mute it while I'm streaming to stop from getting copyrighted. That's ridiculous. It's freaking Halo. It's Dark Souls. It's music that's in the game. Why can I get copyrighted for playing music that is part of the game? That's not like, Watch Dogs where it's a legitimate artist, like an actual musician whose song was bought to be used for the game.
Yeah. See, I understand that. I 100% understand that.
Yes, that makes a bunch of sense. And if I had realized that the music in Watch Dogs 2 was copyrighted, I wouldn't have played it. I would have shut off the music. Because that's one of those things where it's like Watch Dogs, GTA, Call of Duty, any of those games that use real music that's not made for them.
Yeah.
They can add to the game. It can be fun to drive around in a game while listening to real music, but they're
I don't
not
like that. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't like that at all.
It's very niche for me. Sometimes I find it fun, but I prefer normal video game music when I'm playing games. But that's what it like. Do I have to mute Minecraft music? Like, can I get copyright? It's not a copyright strike. I think Content ID claim is the lesser one. But can I get Content ID'd for Minecraft music? Like, apparently I can get content ID'd for Persona. Like,
Yeah.
why? That's one of those things I think needs to be reviewed, because I mean, heck, look at Pokemon. Look at how bad Pokemon, like Nintendo, is with all their games. I've not gotten copyright or content ID claimed for any Nintendo soundtrack.
Yeah.
So like what?
And they'll break your knees and
Oh yeah, dude. You so much as cough in the direction of Nintendo, and you're being dragged behind the dumpster and beaten senseless and having your money taken. Like Nintendo don't mess around.
I also love the fact that Nintendo is like this like super friendly, nice company and makes all these nice games, and then it's like, what'd you say about us?
They're like that skit from, I think it was Pro ZD, who's like he's like the mob boss who has a son. It's like bring your kid to work day, and he's like, "Oh, Timmy, that's a very nice rainbow. Look at that. That's a beautiful rainbow. Here you go, Timmy. Go put it up in the fridge." Nah, gut him like a fish. That'll make him talk. Like, that's what Nintendo's like. Nintendo's like, "Oh, I make sweet, friendly family games. Oh, yes,
I made this game called Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. Oh, Pokemon. It's just so joyous, isn't it?" He did what? He used the music without our permission?
Call in the Navy.
Break his legs. Break his legs. Put a gun to his
No.
wife's head.
Dude, no, it's Nintendo. They're like, drone strike his house.
Yes.
Have his Switch blow up in his hands. That'll teach him.
Imagine you get a copyright strike for having the cave noise play on a Minecraft stream. Dude, I might actually
Throw hands.
yeah. I might actually give somebody the Remington retirement. Like, that's...
Okay. And wow.
Wait, is that over the line, YouTube? I didn't say the word. I didn't say the word you don't like. You shouldn't be able to be mad at me at that. Oh,
So I
in-game.
heard this thing
In-game.
at work.
I
heard this thing at work. We need to stop saying Kobe and we need to say Cobain now. Because Cobain never missed a shot.
Wow. Jeez. See,
Come and get me.
I saw a video of a guy is like, "Oh, sweet, basketball." He picks it up, go Kobe, and misses the net entirely, and then a helicopter crashes. Like, oh, he actually showed up. He's the creator of Pokemon Nuclear. Get the blowtorch. Yeah. See, that's what I pictured. See, I don't think Nintendo drone strikes. I think what Nintendo does is like the GTA 5 interrogation, the torture, where you're like ripping the guy's teeth out with pliers and pouring gasoline on him, like waterboarding him with gasoline, breaking his legs with a giant wrench, like all kinds of horrible. Like, that's what Nintendo does. They're like, you gonna steal Pokemon again? You gonna copy Pokemon? No, I promise. You promise? I rip more teeth out. I will. Like, no, please, just leave me alone.
You only need 5 fingers to code. Break his hand. Oh, dude, the Yakuza treatment, like, that's 1 strike. Give me your hand, you're cutting off a finger.
Yeah, exactly. What's Nintendo gonna do? Copyright strike me? No. They're gonna strike you in a whole lot of different ways.
Nintendo's like, no, we won't copyright strike you, but we're going to be at your house in 5 minutes. Honestly, I'm more afraid of Nintendo than I am the government.
Yeah, dude. Honestly. I like, if the FBI, it's, you know, that, what's that song, that people use it in memes, the na 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 Whatever. Nah, nah, nah. It doesn't matter. It's like FBI, CIA showing up to your house, but then it's like Nintendo shows up to your house. You're like, oh no.
Um, I said this at work, and somebody asked me, was like, "That makes no sense, Eli." I was like, "There are only two government agencies I'm afraid of," and they're like, "Okay, what are they?" I'm like, "The IRS and the Secret Service. Both of them deal with money."
Right. And people don't like it when you mess with the money. Oh boy. But
You're gonna do copy or strike me? Ah!
yeah. That's what I was just laughing at a second ago.
Dude, I actually found the Secret Service office here in Tampa.
Oh.
That's a story not for the podcast.
I was gonna say, I'd rather not have my door busted down. So let's not
Yeah, because
let's not.
neither of those agencies need warrants to come find you.
Yeah, no, I don't. You know what? How about this? It's not even for off the podcast. You can keep that information to yourself. I don't want to know.
I'm not gonna tell you where it is. Listen, man. I'm surprised I did not get arrested on the spot for finding this place.
Oh boy. But anyways, to hit our
You ever pull into a parking lot and see a whole bunch of unmarked black vehicles? Just leave.
yeah. Of course. Good grief. Oh my gosh. So, it on the board it says Happy Singles Awareness Day, but really what it is, we were going to talk about the best relationships in gaming. And I want to start with one that's a little less solid.
He's going to talk about Persona. He's
Yeah.
going to talk about Persona.
Yeah. The credit I have to give with Persona is it does a good job at juggling multiple different characters and giving you different options. And you can kind of pick whichever one is your favorite, and they all have, I can't say they all. There are some that are not good, but most of them have a competent story and are a good, you know, you're not going to feel let down by picking them as your love interest. And you can also, you know, go out with all of them and they can beat the crap out of you whenever you invite them all to Valentine's Day. So,
Ah, yeah.
it's no joke. You can legitimately get into a romantic relationship with every woman in the game, and then you pick who you spend Valentine's Day with, and the everyone else who you didn't spend Valentine's Day with show up the next day and just beat you up as a group.
Oh, man.
Like,
sounds like a fantasy.
we all saw you hanging out with so-and-so on Valentine's Day. Then we found out you were cheating on all of us. And they're like, like, yeah, no, that ain't flying. But
Yeah.
I think the Persona games do a good job because they're not like a dating sim. It's not, because
Well, I'm going to go ahead and cross Stardew off my list.
see, it plays it like Stardew. Because, I mean, yes, it's quote-unquote dating sim because you can date the characters, but it's not like that's the only point of the game is to try and date one of the characters.
Yeah.
Actually, Shadow City, he says whoever made Pal World is going to get their arm put through a wood chipper by a Nintendo agent. If that was going to happen, it would have happened already. We've talked about this before, so we'll be brief on it, but I think that's why nothing is going to happen to Pal World, because Pal World wouldn't have even made it this far if Nintendo didn't want them to. Or if they could
do you see what
anything about
happened
it.
on this is actually recent. I saw it. It was Game Freak put on their website. Basically, hey, yes, we have seen that everyone is saying that Pal World is copying us. We are our legal team is looking into it,
Yeah, see,
which means they're telling everyone to go away. They know. They
that,
don't care.
yes, I did see. It wasn't Game Freak, it was the Pokemon Company, which,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they were essentially like, with the game released in January of 2024, we're looking into it, and it was essentially just a, hey
Leave
guys,
us alone.
we know this game exists. I don't know how all of you don't realize that it would have already been destroyed if we wanted it. Like,
Especially because it's a Japanese company as well.
it's like, you seen that video somebody made with Master Chief and Arbiter? It's like Master Chief says, "There's a lady in my head who calls me Stud Muffin," and Arbiter goes, "Please leave me alone."
Yeah.
That's what Nintendo just did. Please leave me alone.
Because honestly, I have to say this. I kind of like looked at the game again and I was like, "Oh, if any game company's going to have a problem with it, it's going to be the people who made Ark
Ark
Survival."
Ark is definitely the one who has the closest. But even then, it's different enough, and Ark doesn't own the survival game with catchable
Yeah,
creatures. It's just the same
exactly.
way Nintendo doesn't own a game with catchable creatures.
Catchable companions.
Companions, yeah. Although, with the way most people are treating their pals, it's hardly companions. It's more like slave labor. But yes, back to the video game couples though. Stardew, absolutely. Stardew, Persona, very similar, where they've got that, you can pick who you want, and they have interesting stories, and
No, they don't.
obviously there are certain characters that are not as good as others. Like Emily in Stardew, not good. The journalist in
What
Persona 5 sucks. She's terrible. She's the least
What are you
interesting
talking
character in
about?
that game.
Emily is no joke. Emily is the fastest way to get wool in the game.
Yes, she is. So, yes, when it comes to a gaming aspect, absolutely. But she's got all the personality of a wet paper bag. Like, she's just not as interesting as the other characters.
Hold on. Emily, the blue-haired one,
Blue
right?
haired, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Thinks crystals are, heal you and all of that. That,
Hold on.
uh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you not seen or
No, I
talked to
just
Emily
skip them.
much?
I just skip them.
Yeah, that.
You're doing it for the progress.
Yeah. Yeah, Emily is no. She's what
I think
how do people say it? Where it's like there's white girls and then there's white girls.
white girls.
Yeah, like that's-
Um, let's see. Man, I know my favorite character to romance in Stardew. And I know your favorite character to romance in Stardew.
who's your favorite?
Take a guess.
Leah?
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Leah is an interesting character.
I
Excuse
do
me.
really like romancing Haley because it's so amazing.
Yeah, I like Abigail because she's the gamer girl.
And she's goth.
She's the kind of goth that I like. That like, so people make the jokes about goth, but like, what was big bazonga goth girl, that joke.
Yeah.
I'm not using the other word because I don't know how YouTube feels about it, but that whole thing that people get obsessed over. I'm not into the like actual goth. I'm into the
Oh, you're into the alt girls.
kind of. Here, let me. I have a picture saved somewhere of it's a girl
Oh
who's
no.
dressed up goth with like the the blue hair, the black jacket, typical goth clothing. But she's sitting next to the base of a light pole, and it's on the bottom of it is sprayed the word fart, and she's just like squatted down next to it with two thumbs up, and I'm like, that's the kind of girl who's just as mentally challenged as I am. Whenever I raise livestock in Stardew, why chicken? I've given you everything you could have ever wanted: food, water, shelter, everything, and your happiness still won't go up.
You have to pet them.
Yeah, you do have to pet the chicken. Just don't choke the chicken. That's a whole different. Anyway. What were we? Oh, if we want to talk about like we talked about Halo earlier, even though it's not in the typical sense, the relationship between Master Chief and Cortana is incredible.
Oh.
Obviously, it's not the typical
Jen
romantic.
Jen Taylor does so much to characterize Cortana.
Dude, and some of the lines, like, I know a lot of people hate, and I mean a lot of people, I'm one of those people, hate the is the level, no, it's not Gravemind, that's Halo 2, the Halo 3 level where you have to go collect Cortana from High Charity.
Oh yeah, Cortana.
Oh yeah, it is, that one's called Cortana. That's right. I know a lot of people hate that level, but I gotta say, whenever you save her, and he pots the chip in the back of his helmet, and she says, "Keep your head down. There's two of us in here now." Like, as a callback to the first game, I was like, oh, it's so nice.
Yeah. Dude, I really like that because this is the thing. This is something I saw a while ago. If you look at Master Chief and Cortana's relationship, imagine it's like an old married couple.
Yeah.
The way they talk to each other. But then you look at Chief and Cortina. Or the weapon.
The weapon. Oh, okay. Cortina?
And, yeah, that's what the Halo community's been calling her, is Cortina.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I'd never heard that before, so you just caught me off guard with that.
They say that one's more like a father and daughter relationship. And
yes.
I'm like, oh man, that's actually a really good combination.
It is absolutely true. And it is such a good switch up from the Cortana Master Chief dynamic.
Yeah, because there's so many times, like OG Halo CE, when you go and you meet Guilty Spark and you go through the library and all that, and you come back before you find out, that's when you find out, oh, the Halo ring's a giant super weapon, and you have to start fighting the Sentinels. And Cortana's like, why would you ever listen to him? Are you an idiot or something? And I was like, it all makes sense now. Because in Halo CE, they've only known each other for like a couple of days, and they act like an old married couple, and it's just great.
They immediately bond.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh man, you're seeing Master Chief and Cortina, and he's like, missions change. They always do. And it's like, oh. Or like, in Cortana, the mission from Halo 3, when Cortana asks Master Chief if he has a plan, and he's like, I don't know. I think I'll mix it up a little bit and shoot our way out.
Yeah. So, we can talk about, too, the most iconic couple in video games, which is Mario and Peach, but that one's not too interesting to me, especially compared to some of the others. Um, but I will bring up one, and I'm gonna highlight from a specific game, even though they have been in multiple games together. I'm picking one in particular, Link and Zelda. So specifically in, I believe it's Spirit Tracks, which was one of the DS games. Um, Rather than Zelda being the like final, saving her is the goal of the game, she it's something like her soul gets removed from her body and she possesses a suit of armor and she's your companion through the whole game.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh, dude, the story that super underrated, and a lot of people who love the Legend of Zelda series have never played it because it was a DS title. It was just not as popular as some of the others. But man, their chemistry in it is great because you get to actually see them interact through the whole game, and it builds up to when you do save her, you get her body back, and they it shows them right at the end. What is it? They beat the final. You beat the final boss, and then it's the classic Legend of Zelda farewell to a companion at the end of the game, and they it zooms in and they hold each other's hands, and it's like, ah, so good. Legend of Zelda Hero of Trains. Yeah, that version. That version of Link is the hero. Is it the hero of trains, or it's the hero of something like that, like hero of the rails, or dude. So okay, obviously a little bit of a tangent, but par for the course. Do you know any of the lore with Legend of Zelda?
Nope.
So, not every Link is the same Link. They're different reincarnations of the same of the warrior's spirit, I believe.
What?
The hero's spirit. That's what it is. So
you're telling me Zelda's a whore?
No, Zelda's also a reincarnation in every instance, but she's different. She's a reincarnation of the goddess Hylia. So basically, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword that came out in the Wii, in like
Nope.
20. Well, okay, you've never even heard of it,
Dude, I never played any of the Zelda games.
That's fair.
I've played one Mario game.
That game, wow, that's actually a little bit more surprising. So Skyward Sword is the beginning of the timeline. You have Link and Zelda, who are just normal people, normal Hylians. They're essentially elves, but in the Legend of Zelda universe, and they face was he a god? I can't remember if he was a god or what. Basically, the what is his tagline? Like,
I
the
don't
source
know.
of all evil. His name is Demise, but he's like the ultimate evil bad guy. Well, you kill him at the end of Skyward Sword, and he curses the hero Link and the princess Zelda to forever be reincarnated and deal with his reincarnations, which is Ganondorf. So sometimes a Ganon is the same Ganon as one, and sometimes a Link is the same, but it's not all the time. And you've had different Links fight the same Ganon, but it is. I never realized how confounding the lore is, because I played a bunch of these games as a kid. I'm like, I love Legend of Zelda. I thought they were all the same thing. But no, there's different timelines. Timelines branch off of each other. Then in Spirit Tracks, instead of the hero of the wind or hero of time, whatever, he's the hero of the freaking trains, and he's literally the weakest one because he's a child whose only power is driving a train. Like,
Okay.
yeah, that like Shadow
What?
City said, the lore is a damn jigsaw puzzle. It's an absolute fustercluck.
Okay.
Like,
So does that make Mario the different version of a plumber? Just a plumber decided to eat some mushrooms one day and decided to go partying?
that's what people can't decide with Mario. It's like I think he's the same in every single game. It's the same Mario, same Peach, same Bowser, same cast, and Bowser just keeps kidnapping her over and over again. The debate with Mario is it real? Like, is that actually, or is it just like Mario and Luigi tripping on shrooms and we were just playing their vision? But of course, that's not anywhere near official, and it's kind of a joke theory, but not nearly as convoluted as Zelda. Zelda is a whole mess.
My brain hurts.
Yeah, so there's like the hero of time, which is Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Then there's the hero of the winds, which is Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass. But then the Ganon you fight in Wind Waker is the same Ganon from Ocarina of Time, just like a long time in the future. Like, you can hear in my voice that even though I'm saying this, there's no confidence behind what I'm saying, because I'll be real. I had a lot of time when I was off work, so I listened to a lot of Legend of Zelda lore videos, and I don't understand it any more now than I did before. So, like, you think Dark Souls lore is confusing? Legend of Zelda lore is worse. It's like almost Kingdom Hearts level. And I've officially stunned Eli into silence.
Man. My brain hurts.
Yeah, seriously, they're gonna make a modern Zelda. Hero of planes, hero of cars. Heroes
They
of
should
planes,
make a
trains
modern
and automobiles. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then I love nobody can still figure out where in the timeline Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom fit. Those are a complete mystery for now. But oh man. Just
man.
I could do to you with Zelda lore what you do to me with Warhammer lore. But still struggling to process it.
Dude, I don't even want to keep
Yeah, don't keep thinking about it. You're gonna give yourself an aneurysm. Oh boy. Also, there are 3 different timelines. One where Link dies at the end of Ocarina, one where he beats Ganon, and another one. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's not even like they're different Links. There's one existence where Link dies and Ganon wins, which I think is Wind Waker. Then there's another one where he wins, but then that leads to a different Zelda. And then the third one, I don't even remember what the third one is. It's like, we need to move on because we're gonna... Oh gosh. But I don't think we really have anything else.
Oh. I'm like hunting my quote because I heard it today. Funny enough.
I remember seeing a quote that I was like, "Oh, that's good. I should save it," and then I didn't save it. Um, but yeah, we actually didn't do our quotes last week.
I know. All right, I said we were going to make up for it this week.
We were a little bit rushed last week.
Uh,
Like I could go with a stupid one.
yeah, that. Why do they not have good, like they pull out the dumbest quotes from this book?
Oh,
Like it starts raining main battle tanks. No, that's not the quote I'm looking for, but thank you. It is from that book.
I think the third one is where Link still dies, but Ganon is banished to some other dimension somehow. Oh boy. So, okay, I have my quote. I don't remember. It's getting difficult to remember what quotes we have and haven't said. We're 20 episodes in now. This this is difficult. Oh yeah, by the way, episode 20. Don't know how I didn't call that
Woo!
out to start. How haven't we been canceled yet? Um so do you want me to go ahead and read mine, or are you still?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, I'll preface this. I don't know if I've read this quote. This is a quote from Black Clover, um, from Fuegoleon. Being weak is nothing to be ashamed of. Staying weak is.
That's a good one.
I really like that. That I don't know why, but when I was watching Black Clover, that quote like resonated with me for some reason. I was like, oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'll use this one because it is from a one of the better scenes. Um, and not the book I was reading, but it is. This death is ours. We choose it. We deny you your victory.
Nice.
It honestly, if I hate to say it, but the book I just finished reading, it would be a book that I would have you read, but you would have to get through like a good portion of the book before it got good is the problem.
Okay.
Like it starts out real slow and then it goes from like 0 to 100 in like 1 second.
Fair enough.
It's like, oh yeah, everything's going great. We're all getting along. Ha ha ha. This is great. This is great. And then it's like, oh yeah, we're eating dinner together. And I just murdered the entire dinner party. And now we're summoning demons. And now all technology is turned off. Fight me. And now we're raining dreadnoughts from the sky.
Yeah, that's an escalation. That escalated quickly.
Yeah, but they're your dreadnoughts and we're just throwing them at you as rubble. As space debris. They blow up a star in that planet.
Whoa.
Ooh, they blow up a star in that book. And they make a star go supernova in the middle of a fight.
Interesting.
And the worst part is, it paints the one group of Space Marines that everyone hates. Yeah. Shadow City Guardsmen. Exactly. That's exactly what happened. No joke. They're like, hey, you know what would be a tragedy? And the guy's like, what? Oh, if we betrayed you right here and you guys had no clue what was going.
Hold on.
A travesty. There we go. I fixed it.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, you mixed tragedy and travesty.
Yes, I did. Travesty. It would be really bad if, like, we just betrayed you right here. The guy's like, oh, yeah, that would be really funny. The first guy pulls out a gun and shoots him. And everything kicks off. But it would make you like the Ultramarines, and I don't know if I'm okay with that.
I don't know. But I think that's all we got for this week.
I guess so.
Thank you everybody for watching. Tuning in to this Singles Awareness Day episode of the podcast. I don't know. It's the next podcast on the 21st. There's no special holidays. I wonder because we was really funny. We lined up with we lined up perfectly on Halloween. There was something else we lined up perfectly with last year.
Well, we purposely scheduled Halloween.
No, Halloween was on a Wednesday.
Oh, wow, never mind.
At least I thought it was.
No, it was on a Tuesday.
Was it on a Tuesday? Oh, yeah.
But that's when we were doing it on Tuesdays.
We were doing it on Tuesdays at that point. That's right. So it fell on the day we were doing it.
When is St. Patrick's Day?
It's the 17th. It's a Sunday.
Oh, well, we'll miss that. Not now.
Oh, Eli, Shadow City actually knows some Warhammer. He said, I mean, at least the Ultras aren't corn-worshipping psychos.
Okay, get out of here. World Eaters are really cool.
Uh-oh.
Ultra...
We got a
They're
Warhammer
called
argument.
Blueberries. Yeah. Dude, did you not read his name? The Shadow City Guardsman.
Cut the feed! Cut the feed!
Hey. They're bloody blueberries. That's what they are.
Oh, boy. Huh, well, alright. See you guys next week.
Oh, wait! Christmas is on a Wednesday this year.
Yeah, that's awesome. I probably won't be here. I'll probably be doing something. Unless we do it earlier.
On Christmas night?
Yes.
We streamed this past Christmas night.
Yes, we did, but that was late. It was at like 10 o'clock.
Hanukkah also starts on December 25th this year. Okay, I give you that one. Salamanders are... I think Crumpets would really like the Salamanders.
I like the Sisters of Battle because they're like Catholic goth girls. That's it for this week. Tally ho! What sound is that?
Laughing and coughing.
Oh. All right, tally ho.